Okay, team, Coach Gibbons coming to you with your workout for Tuesday, July 7th. This is going to be an increase if you are in the purple group. You are going to try to run for 30 minutes tomorrow. 30 minutes or 3 miles, whichever one you get to first. Start out with your dynamic stretching. Run for 30 minutes, maybe walk a little bit afterwards. Make sure you've got something to replenish your body with. I recommend getting out there either pretty early tomorrow or in the evening because it's going to be hot. For the other groups, white, green, blue, red, I've got a doozy for you. So this is going to be a 3-stage workout. It's going to be a tempo progression run, followed by some hills, followed by some long striders. Tempo progression run first. For that, if you are in the blue or the red groups, you are going to go for a 20-minute jog, warm up, start out probably with some dynamic stretching, and then you're going to increase for 4 miles of tempo progression. Your first mile is going to be your pace for a 3-mile race plus 50 seconds. So if you run an 18-minute 3-mile race, that's 6 minutes per mile. Your first mile is going to be 6:50, more or less. A little slow on the first mile is just fine. For your second mile, you're going to drop 10 seconds, so that would be 6:40 in the example that I've used. Then 10 more seconds for the third mile, 6:30, and then 10 more seconds for the last mile, 6:20. That is for the 4-mile tempo progression for blue and red groups. If you are in the white group, I want you to do a 3-mile tempo progression. And I want you to start at 40 seconds more than your per mile pace for a 3-mile race. So if you run 21 minutes for your best 3-mile time, that's 7 minutes per mile. Your first mile is going to be 7:40, then 7:30, then 7:20. If you're in the green group, you are going to go for a 2-mile tempo progression. And you're going to start at 30 seconds more than your per mile pace for a 3-mile race. So let's say your PR for 3 miles is 24 minutes. That's 8 minutes per mile. So your first mile is going to be 8:30. And then the second one, 10 seconds faster, 8:20. After you finish your tempo progression run, all 4 of the groups I've just named, you're going to jog about 4 to 5 minutes to recover and be near the bottom of a hill. And then you are going to do the same number of hill repeats that you did miles for your tempo progression run. So either 4, 3, or 2. And you're going to do these hill repeats on a hill that you can run up for about 40 seconds. And you want to do this at a pretty strong effort. It's not a sprint, maybe like an 800-meter pace. And then just jog to the bottom and run back up again until you're done with your hill repeats. If you're in the green group, you might shoot for 3 instead of 2 if you feel up to it. And then for everybody, the last stage, you can jog another 4 or 5 minutes after your last hill repeat to recover. And then before you begin your cool down, you're going to do 4 long striders, 15 seconds each, about 30 seconds of jogging in between. And you want to make those striders at a similar effort as your hill repeats, like an 800-meter effort. And then you want to cool down for at least 15 minutes, maybe 20. Make sure after a workout like this that you've got a good sort of replenishment drink that you can have right afterwards It's got a good balance of both protein and carbohydrates in it. Make sure that you're hydrated before you begin, and we'll see how you feel afterward tomorrow. Hope it goes well. Feel free to drop me a note to tell me how it's gone. Be in touch.